Welcome back to the channel. I am the Pink Flamingo. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, welcome. So we're going to be getting into another royal reading. And this reading somewhat branches off from the last reading I did on Pippa Middleton and Princess Catherine. We kind of went into that energy. They were present at the Wimbledon together, and I just wanted to see what that energy was like. People for a while have gossiped and said that these sisters got along. Some people have said that they don't get along. So I just wanted to go in and see what that energy was like between Princess Catherine and Pippa. And we did the read on that. So if you haven't seen that, you can go check that out. But we are going to get back into the Wimbledon energy, and we are going to be reading on Lleyton Hewitt and Princess Catherine. So let me get right into it. Now, some people were saying that their interaction was very odd and that Princess Catherine's body language was not her usual behavior. And of course, they had several photos that went around that had Lleyton Hewitt somewhat very red, blushing somewhat, giving us like that tomato effect. And Princess Catherine somewhat leaned all the way over and, whispering into his ear and saying what she had to say. And his wife was present. So a lot of people were kind of curious as to what this was about, whether they've met before, which I kind of think they would have met before. Princess Catherine and I know Pippa Middleton, or Pippa Matthews now, seems to have had a past where they had loved tennis. And when I was doing a little bit of reading on them, they seem to spend a lot of time at the country club playing tennis. So I take it Princess Catherine enjoys the game of tennis. So I would not be surprised if she's been to outings or functions where she has ran into Mr. Hewitt before. But we are going to shuffle up, guys, and see what the energy is like around that Wimbledon interaction between Mr. Hewitt and Princess Catherine. And this is the time of the reading, you all. So it is July 31st, a Wednesday at 5:33 is when I am recording this reading. Now, I will be including the timestamps into my readings, if I do remember, going forward, so we can kind of keep track of when readings are done. Okay, so let's see what this was about, guys, because, Mr. Hewitt was turning pretty red, and his wife was in attendance, so we'll see. All right, Spirit, give me a few cards around the energy of Princess Catherine's interaction with Lleyton Hewitt at Wimbledon. What was this energy like? So we'll see what we can get, guys, around this. Lleyton Hewitt, Princess Catherine's interaction. And it seems like their interaction was pretty brief. So I don't think there'll be much to find out, but we shall see. He was pretty red. So not sure if he was angry, flustered, or if this simply was a man who was in awe of Princess Catherine's beauty, of course. So we'll see. See what we can get. All right, Spirit, can I get a few cards for this energy, please? Princess Catherine and what's this? Seeking answers, marriage, separation, watching, insecurities. Oh, okay. There's a lot coming out. Now, so far, I do have seeking answers. So there is something he is puzzled about, or there's something in this energy that someone is puzzled about, because they are definitely seeking answers. Now, I got the card of insecurities. All right, guys, let me just put my deck over here just a second. Now, there is the cards of insecurities. Did Princess Catherine come out feeling a bit insecure about something? Was someone in general insecure about the interaction between them two? Were they worried that Princess Catherine could say something? Very odd. Now, I do have the energy of watching, right? So somebody is watching. Somebody had insecurities while watching, possibly. Now, I do have two interesting cards that are coming out. Marriage and separation. Did Princess Catherine let Mr. Hewitt know that she's no longer with William? And that the reason that she is in attendance at the Wimbledon is because her marriage and separation is occurring. Does he know something that they are yet to announce? Interesting. All right, I'm going to shuffle and see what else comes out, guys. But I'm very surprised that marriage and separation is coming in the energy. And there's a possibility, you all, that she didn't just tell this only to Mr. Hewitt, but of course, she could have also mentioned this to his wife. But someone was definitely watching this interaction. Let's see what else I can find, you all. All right, Spirit, any more cards for this interaction between Princess Catherine and the tennis player Lleyton Hewitt at the Wimbledon? Anything about her? Anything said? The interaction, the energy of it all? Avoiding, temptation, mixed signals. Guys, I'll be honest. So far, I'm kind of getting a little bit of flirtatious energy between Mr. Lleyton Hewitt and Princess Catherine, but it could be innocent, right? It could be innocent. She could just be fangirling. And when I mean fangirling, I more so mean it's kind of like being with your husband or your boyfriend or your fiance, ladies, and your favorite celebrity walks by, right? If Tyson Beckford or Brad Pitt or I don't know who's there, Denzel Washington, right? George Clooney, right? You see this man walk by, you might be like, oh. And for a minute, some ladies might catch themselves off guard, flirting a little bit before they realize, like, oh, I know he's a celebrity and I just, caught myself slipping. And I think that's like the one time in life where people kind of excuse their partner is when you kind of see them interact with a celebrity and they kind of fangirl or fanboy that person, like that energy is really fan-like. And I think it happens to men as well. It's almost like expecting your boyfriend or your husband to act appropriate when, I don't know, Carmen Electra or Beyonce or Kelly Rowland or, any woman that is very attractive, that's a celebrity that walks in, all of the beautiful women in Hollywood, if they walked into a room, would we expect the men to not kind of fanboy a bit? Some of them would, right? Depending on the person. So I'm kind of picking up the energy that she likes Mr. Lleyton Hewitt, like she's a fan of what he does. And I think he's a little attracted to Princess Catherine. I think he thinks that she's a beautiful woman. But I am getting the marriage and separation energy, like, Miss Catherine got her groove back. Like Stella has her groove back, you guys. Like she's out here living like I'm married. My marriage is over. I'm really separated in these streets. And this is why you're probably not seeing her and William. But here's another thing as well. Now, I know some people are saying this is a clone or whatever, but let's just take it into another situation, right? There is something off about Catherine in general from what I'm seeing in the readings. Now, I don't know if this is clone energy, but there's some kind of alteration. I feel like this woman is generally, some influence is there, is kind of how I feel. And That might be the watching, which is like that Pippa Middleton energy, that handler energy, as well as the fact that does she think other people would be watching her behavior? Did she do this on purpose? Right? But Spirit is saying marriage and separation energy is around this. So we shall see. Now, I'm going to see what else I can find around this energy. Like I said, you all, it's probably going to be a really quick read just to see what we can find. And I had the temptation and the mixed signals. I just want to make sure I leave those out. I don't remember showing those to you all, but that's that temptation energy, the avoiding. So it's either she was avoiding him or he was avoiding her, and the mixed signals. So I almost put those back and forgot that I did not show you guys. I was doing a little bit of yapping there. But yeah. So we're going to pull a couple more cards, you all. I don't know if where's my hands? I'll do that quickly anyways. Doesn't feel like I did much of that. Okay, so we're going to get right back into that energy, and I'm going to see what else is coming out for the energy of it. But it's pretty much coming off pretty innocent, like not really much was really said, but we'll see. There's a bit of mixed signal and temptation energy, which is definitely giving that romantic element. Oh, wow. Okay, what is this? That one is all fly out. New beginnings. All right. So there's a lot of odd cards now coming out that kind of threw themselves out of the oracle, if you guys just seen that. Now with the watching, and this is why we continue to pull cards, because they can start to mean other things when I start to pair them. Now the watching and the eye is coming out, which is like the evil eye, which is not really a good energy, which I was saying like it could be like that handler energy around Catherine at the Wimbledon. But Spirit is saying that they put a spell on her. So like I was saying, you guys, like I felt like this woman has been under the influence of something. I do get a lot of drug poison. And as you guys know, the mind control reading that I did. But there's something that's altered about this woman. And the watching is someone pretty much caring for her or looking after her is kind of how I feel about it. And like I was saying to you guys that, you know, a lot of these functions now, if Catherine and William doesn't really do a divorce and they choose to live somewhat separated, I'll just put my deck up here, live somewhat separated, which is kind of what I got. This is more like going to be a work relationship. So it's more like I'm at these events, I'm at the Wimbledon, I'm doing what I need to do. I came here to hand out a trophy. I'm mingling with people. And work comes before love. This is nothing personal between me and William. We're not really together. We're separated. Our marriage is on the rocks. It's failing or it has been failing. This might not work. This is kind of the energy I'm picking up. And her just being present. But then there's that temptation card that came up that I called out when you guys see the oracle drop. The temptation. Her still slipping. And when I mean slipping, her not being 100% present in mind. It's almost like now that she has this marriage separation energy, I feel like a lot of those odd qualities that she has are now presenting themselves a little bit. And it also could be presenting it themselves because of that, her mind being somewhat under the influence, that I got that mixed signals. So I'm picking up the energy that Mr. Lleyton Hewitt was picking up more of that mixed signal, like who's this woman? And this is where the seeking the answers are coming in. I think he felt like Catherine is a little bit altered. His interaction with her wasn't normal. Their normal interaction. Maybe she was more bubbly. Maybe she was saying a little more than usual, more talkative. Something that he realized that normally in his past when interacting with her, she wasn't like. I got exposed. Truth reveals, uncovering. So Spirit is saying around this energy, there's lies. Now, whether people are saying this is not the real Catherine, or whether you believe what it is that I might be saying in terms of the altering, Spirit is saying there's something odd about this situation with Lleyton Hewitt and Princess Catherine's interaction. Spirit is saying that something is hidden. Someone feels in this interaction that they need to seek truth. They've gotten mixed signals. Something is weird. Truth needs to come out. Is Catherine okay? You know, I know she's been missing a little while and she hasn't been at the tennis functions, but is this woman okay? That's the energy I'm picking up. Is this really cancer? Possibly. It could be what he's also thinking, which some people are thinking. Maybe thinking that she's doing too well. What made her disappear from the spotlight? Maybe the people around was not necessarily buying it. Now I have avoiding energy, right? Symbolizing like over the eye, those dark sunglasses that Princess Catherine was wearing, right? Or the woman presenting as Catherine wearing. Not wanting to make eye contact with people, possibly. Maybe putting on those shades filled the void of her insecurities, as Spirit was saying. Her not feeling confident. Maybe the person also watching her not feeling confident. The evil eye that's on her. So this is the energy I'm picking up, like that handler energy, someone watching. Now, as you guys know from the reading I did with the mind control, when it comes to Princess Catherine, along with the mind control cards and the drug and poison cards, substance cards I usually get, I get the card of isolation. Am I surprised this is coming out my deck right now? No. Now, if you've not watched the video on that read of the mind control, where we discuss the alteration that possibly could happen with Catherine or has been happening for a while, you might want to check it out. And that video is titled "The Lights Are On, but No One Is Home." So you can go check that out. But, you know, it doesn't have to be extreme altering. It could be simply substances someone is given for a long time. They have a lot of substances they give people to alter their state of mind. So I'm kind of wondering with the isolation card, because isolation pops up a lot for this woman, as if she has no daily interaction with everyday people. And as you can see with the isolation, I'm getting remote, alone, deserted, feeling rejected, intense sadness. Very odd that isolation keeps popping up for Princess Catherine. So I'm wondering, like I was saying to you guys, you know, I'm not sure what's going on. We got the separation energy. We got isolation energy, as if this woman is not really around much people. Her avoiding insecurities around this interaction. Like, it didn't seem like there was a lot of great things that are coming out. I got the new beginnings, which kind of go with the separation. Someone accepting changes that might bring about good things. So there's some kind of energy between this interaction. And what I'm also getting is, I'm not sure if Princess Catherine may have mentioned to Lleyton Hewitt that her and William are no longer together. Like, was it a general conversation? Because a lot of these celebrities and sports stars, they have relationships outside of what the public knows. You know, during Christmas, they got each other on the Christmas list. Merry Christmas, you know, and they're all sending each other photos and all these good things, because people of wealth like to network and they like to have a ton of friends that I guess you could say is worth a damn, right? So, am I surprised that Catherine would know some of these people? No, I would not be surprised if she did. I think that if I was Princess Catherine, and I would want to meet all the people that I like, right? So, and she has that ability to do so as the Princess of Wales. She can meet just about anyone, especially most professional athletes. If she goes to a basketball game, she can meet the best of the players, from LeBron James to anyone else. So it's like, to me, I wonder if she's had any interaction with these people and she felt comfortable enough when they inquired on William's whereabouts, maybe, to say, oh yeah, me and him are going through a divorce. Because I'm picking up divorce energy, separation energy, new beginnings, temptation, a little bit of like that fangirl energy, like, oh my goodness, this is Lleyton Hewitt energy. Like her just being free, kind of. But also someone keeping watch of her, like she can't do too much. Someone a little concerned, but her still feeling like she needs to avoid and wear her shades. I'm present, but I don't want to be seen, is still the energy. And I got another card that I did not share with you all, which is the left on red, ignoring and moving on, which is the same energy as separation again, moving on with your life. The new beginnings. Sorry, guys. So I'm not really getting any crazy cards right now, but I am going to do one last drop. I am a little curious about this isolation and separation card. Isolation comes up a lot for Catherine, as if she's always by herself. It's very odd. And I'm just wondering, like, you know, if she is in isolation for any odd reason, is it like when they take her outside, does she start to behave like a child? I don't know, that's seeing something for the first time. Is she always excited to do things? And why is she in isolation? Well, isolation comes out, and when I see this card, I always know it's Catherine. It's never really attached to anything else but Princess Catherine. So I'm going to see what the energy is like, what his emotions were after his interactions with Princess Catherine. See if there's any light on the separation of marriage card. Now, to me, I feel like when a man goes a little bit red, it's that blushing effect. And yeah, his wife is present. But to be quite honest, I'm pretty sure his wife is used to it because she is married to one of the best tennis players, right? So I'm sure he's had interaction with women where he goes red. And unfortunately, for most women, if you're not able to handle it, you can't handle it. You can't be with a man like him, I suppose, right? So, and it's not like Catherine was blushing. He was blushing. And it's not her fault if she's a beautiful woman and she has small talk with them and they pick up the energy that Catherine is not with her husband anymore. Maybe they asked her a particular question like, how is William? And based on how she responded, she gave off, I'm in isolation. I'm in separation. Don't ask me about this man. I know you guys met him a couple years ago when we were on great terms and we were that happy married couple, but we're not that anymore, guys. Like, I don't know, but that might be the energy as to how they may have even picked up that there's a divorce or a separation of some sort, because it's coming up in the energy with the interaction. Body language and how you respond to questions. And that is a normal question that couples would ask. Like if you knew a couple and you met them a while back and you and your husband or you're your boyfriend you, your girlfriend, go out, someone might be like, oh, where's Rachel, your girlfriend? Or where's Anthony, your husband? Right? That is a normal social question to ask. And it seems like someone's face gave off something. Okay. Wow, this is very weird cards coming up. Okay. So I got beginnings again. Sorrow. Okay. Wow, these are some weird cards. Now, when the soulmate card is coming up, it doesn't necessarily represent Princess Catherine's love or even the love connection between him and his wife, Mr. Hewitt and his wife. What I believe is representing is his opinion of what he saw or thought he knew of the royals. So what I'm getting spiritually is Mr. Hewitt saw Catherine and William as like that perfect couple. The perfect couple, they somewhat give the illusion to everyone that they are. So I'm getting soulmate. So this is how he's seen their connection. So what I'm getting is, with this interaction, Mr. Hewitt was able to pick up that this connection had sorrow in it. So he saw Princess Catherine and William as like lovers, like based on what his interaction was in the past with them, he saw them as lovers, soulmates. And he's saying, oh, you know, there's sorrow in this now. I can see there's something wrong. Now, Spirit gives us the same cards again. I have the card of new beginnings. So he could tell either Catherine stated, you know, I'm moving on with my life, I'm going through a divorce, or based on the energy picked up at the time of their interaction, he was able to tell that this marriage was no more. So Mr. Hewitt, who was blushing, he could tell Catherine's marriage was over, you guys. He could pick up on the new beginnings. The beginnings, that new energy that this woman has moved on with her life kind of energy, that they were not really an item. Now, this is for some other bad energy, which is also coming out. Spirit gives us different cards in the different oracle decks that represent a lot of the same thing. Remember the evil eye, the eye that is watching you all, right? Now look what Spirit gave me in my emotional deck. The curse, the hex, the witchcraft, and the negative mind. So something about Catherine came off very odd to Mr. Hewitt. And that's why I'm getting a bit of the magic energy, the craft energy. And the craft energy sometimes can come off as craft energy when it could be scientifically altering energy, right? But what Spirit is letting me know is Mr. Hewitt walked away with the energy of, what in the witchcraft was that? So he didn't feel very confident with his meeting with Catherine. He felt weird. You know, he felt the evil eye, possibly that handler energy, or just generally the evil eye energy. He felt somebody watching her. He felt that witchcraft energy around her, that altering. You know, sometimes when people see things, they'll be like, what in the witchcraft is that? Or what in the craft is that? Right? Because we consider things or alterations and changes to be associated with magic, when these changes could very well be associated with science. So Mr. Hewitt did not walk away with the idea or the thought process that Princess Catherine was good and well. He definitely felt that there was some weird energy. He felt that truth needed to come out about this woman. He walked away probably thinking that this woman disappeared for this long, and she's definitely not. And actually, before I start putting away cards, Sorry, guys. I'm missing a card. Did I put it back on top? No. There it is right here. Sorry. Healing. Right? So the healing energy also came out, which I did not share with you guys, which is right after that craft energy, the healing. So releasing, purifying, and cleansing. So I'm going to see what the healing energy is about, whether Mr. Hewitt thought that Catherine healing from cancer was questionable, because this is why it's coming out as an oracle card. But I'm going to see. So I'm going to pull up my tarot cards and see what I can find on that, guys. Just somewhat picking up these cards. So just a second, you all. But what I'm picking up energy-wise is the interaction was very weird. It had a little bit of flirtation because, you know, as a man, he thought she was attractive. So a lot of that redness you guys are seeing in them photos is him just being a man and kind of being a little odd and disrespectful to his wife nonetheless. And Spirit is saying there's temptation energy around it, right? Around their interaction. So either Catherine, being a woman, you know, found Mr. Hewitt very enticing. And there's no judgment, only because I'll say this. When a man is like Mr. Hewitt, or the LeBron James of the world, or the George Clooney's, yes, women are going to have that fangirl energy when they see these types of men. But of course, unless you're, you know, not doing anything inappropriate, the reaction, I think, for some women or some men is natural when you come across someone that you normally don't see, but you find them iconic, or they're somewhat of like an idol. And I think it goes not even just for the attraction level, but there are women who somewhat even idolize other women or find women iconic. And you see how people react when they see Beyonce, right? So it's given a bit of that energy of, oh my God, it's Mr. Hewitt. He's the greatest tennis player. And he's giving the energy of, wow, this is Catherine, Princess of Wales. She's stunning type of energy. And yeah, it's all going down while his wife is present. It ain't the first or the last time. I'm probably sure she's experienced it. I'm sure she wasn't happy. I did see some photos afterwards that looked like she was a little irritated. She stood behind Catherine with those glasses looking kind of irritated. She had sunshades on as well. So, you know, we definitely couldn't get a good read off of her expression, but she really didn't look like she was having a great time. So I'm going to get into the healing card, guys, and I'm going to put that on the stand, and I'm going to see what that healing card is about, and we will wrap it up. All right, Spirit, give me a few cards around this healing card energy. Why is it coming out of Mr. Hewitt's energy based on emotion? We didn't get anything that came up around healing prior to, no other oracle cards. So we'll see what the tarot says. Okay. I got the Queen of Swords energy, and that almost fell off the table. It happens a lot. Okay. I got another card. So I got the Queen of Swords energy. I got the Knight of Wands. All these cards are in reverse. The Knight of Wands, and I got the Fool in the reverse. So far what I'm picking up, you all, is the Queen of Swords kind of represents that energy of rumors. There that is. There that is. Absolutely. Okay. Kind of represents that energy of rumors. So I'm picking up, like, at the Wimbledon, all the people that were present, maybe that affluent crowd with money, they weren't buying this healing situation that Princess Catherine has cancer. Oh, sorry, guys. That almost fell off. But they weren't buying the situation. So I'll tell you what I got with the tarot. So I got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I got the Knight of Wands here. I got the Fool in the reverse. All 3 cards in the reverse, you all. And I'll put them up top so you guys can have a better view. I know I got a lot of cards on the table. I got the misaligned lovers, guys. So that's pretty self-explanatory for people that know tarot. The Emperor in the reverse. And I got the 6 of Cups in the upright. So what I am getting is basically the energy around the healing card. No one was buying that Princess Catherine was healing. No one was buying that at the Wimbledon. These people with money that was sitting around her, they wasn't buying that she's going through something. That's basically the energy I'm picking up. Like, it's a bunch of gossip, as you guys can see. I got the Fool card of you're holding back the truth, which is probably more than likely why Spirit gave me this card in this deck, which is exposed. The truth needs to come out about what's going on. I got the misaligned lovers. So people around Wimbledon really thought that Princess Catherine disappeared based on her marriage. So not only is it coming out in the tarot around the healing, it has dropped in the oracle prior to, as you guys know, when I showed you the card of marriage and separation. So people are believing this. People believe the reason why Princess Catherine has disappeared and this odd stuff going on around her healing is because the misaligned lovers, they're not together. They're separated. Is the energy I'm picking up. And they are saying, energy-wise, based on the tarot here, the Emperor, which has that dominant energy, she's separated from William, right? As you guys can see, aggressive, that dominating energy. This is how Spirit is referencing him. And people are giving me the 6 of Cups energy, which is that comforting connection, right? The Prince William and Catherine has spent a long time together. So there's no telling how long people have known them as an item or how long Mr. Hewitt and his wife has known Prince William and Princess Catherine, or the people at Wimbledon, you know, people of affluence, of course. When people have money, they associate. So what Spirit is letting me know is that people know that this union that has been together, this marriage that has been going on for a long time, people could feel that they were misaligned. People thought that the real reason behind this healing situation was because her and her husband were no longer together. The lovers were in reverse, which would equal the separation and the marriage. So there wasn't anything too crazy that Catherine really said to Mr. Hewitt. He did pick up a bit of that energy, like I said to you guys, that there was that evil eye energy coming out of the deck. I had that card of the evil eye, referencing to a lot like that magic and the craft, something not being normal. So he felt that there wasn't something normal with Catherine. He felt something was altering something. Pretty much it could have been witchcraft is what's coming through. And we have the energy of seeking answers, right? People knowing that something was not right at the Wimbledon event. People seeking answers, wanting the truth around her disappearance. People not believing that she was off healing. The isolation energy, again, once is coming up for Catherine. The new beginnings energy, people feeling the separation, that Catherine and William are not really an item. So a little bit of that redness you guys were seeing was just that temptation energy. Mr. Hewitt just being a man, and an inappropriate man at that. And interacting with Catherine. Now, Catherine might have gotten really close to Mr. Hewitt and said what she had to say based on the fact that, like I said, someone was watching her behavior. The public was also watching her behavior. And she might have felt insecure about being out in a long time. And maybe who's watching her is also insecure about what she might do or say as well. Her avoiding wearing her shades, not really interacting. I'm present, but I don't really want to be seen, is the energy. And a bit of mixed signals is coming off around the energy of Mr. Hewitt's interaction with Catherine. So clearly, he could have been thinking Catherine was flirting, honey. You know, he sees a beautiful woman in a purple dress, and he says, yes. And Catherine's just going, I really love the way you play tennis. And he registers it as, it's looking like William's not in attendance, and it's looking like she needs a replacement. So if you ask me, Beck, is that his wife's name? She needs to pay attention to Mr. Hewitt, because Mr. Hewitt out here is picking up on the mixed signals, and he's thinking that he can audition in line for Miss Catherine's hand in marriage, maybe. He's picking up on the energy that they're not together. As you guys seen in the tarot deck, he said it's Bukaka. She was not healing from cancer is in his energy. So Mr. Hewitt is just a flirtatious man, you all. He does think that Catherine's a little weird. He thinks that there's some craft at hand going on. But other than that, she's hot in her purple dress, and he's tempted. So that's all that's going on with that conversation. Nothing big. I know many probably wanted me to give like a deep conspiracy read on this, but to be quite honest, guys, I believe in most things that people say that are conspiracies, but I also believe that not every interaction in life, there's some conspiracy-filled rumor behind it, you know? But I do believe there are odd things that happen with the royal family, and I do believe that people thinking that something is wrong with Catherine or something is odd or her disappearance is odd they're not crazy. I'm seeing it in the cards. There's something very different about her since she's been back. And the reason for her absence is also not what they're really giving us. And Mr. Hewitt also is not buying it. So he says it's Bukaka, y'all. So, guys, that will be my reading on Mr. Hewitt and the interaction. He's just a flirt. And I will be uploading a few more royal readings for you all. So go check that out, guys. Hit the notification bell if you are interested in royal readings like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, support the channel. And guys, I will be back to upload a couple more readings, and I'm going to be uploading a lot more because I'm trying to catch up. So, and I have not forgotten my celebrity subscribers, the people that come through for the celebrity readings. I will definitely be uploading some new stuff for you guys as well. So thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate you. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.